Emily, and I'm going to be talking about a turning point in my life that I consider to be a pretty big one. Growing up, I was never the girl that was really outgoing or spontaneous, and I never took any risks. My friends saw me that way, my parents saw me that way, and I saw myself that way, but I didn't consider it a bad thing. You know, I was kind of proud of it. I was the mother of the group. But as I got older, I started thinking, you know, am I going to regret this time looking back on it? You know, like, am I going to be mad that I didn't take advantage of the opportunities that I had to, you know, do whatever I want? I'm still growing up, and maybe later on when I have a family or, you know, a serious job, I might not have the chance to. And, you know, I just wasn't really sure how to go about changing my personality overnight. It's not really something you can just wake up and be a different person. But luckily, something ended up happening to me that allowed for that change to occur. I had a sore throat for over a month, and you know, I was getting kind of worried about it, but I mean, sore throats aren't really a dangerous thing, so I didn't think anything was going to happen. But then one morning I woke up and every single joint in my body was completely inflamed and stiff. So the best way to describe it would be like I had arthritis in every single part of my body. So, you know, like my neck, the tiny bones of my fingers, my knees. And, you know, I started freaking out because I couldn't move. I mean, it was painful, but I also just wasn't able to move because everything was so stiff. So I called my mom in, and you know, she's like, well, we should probably go to the ER because I have no idea what's going on. And so we went there, and I mean, it took about 45 minutes for me to get out of the house. Like, I was walking like an old woman, basically. And that's kind of scary for, you know, an 18-year-old girl to be like, what is going on with I don't know what's going on right now. When I got to the ER, they ran, you know, a ton of tests. I had a spinal tap, which is incredibly painful. Tons of blood tests and EKG and a sonogram of my heart, and everything came back fine. You know, the doctors had nothing to say, you know, this is what's wrong with you. Basically, he told me, I don't know what's wrong with you, so you should just go home, get some rest. And they gave me a prescription for Vicodin, which, as most of you know, is a pretty powerful pain med. And I was kind of excited. I was like, all right, I'm going to see, like, I don't know, maybe it'll help. But it didn't help at all. And that's also scary when a powerful pain med isn't really doing much. It just kind of knocked me out. And it's, you know, I started freaking out because I was looking for answers, and the doctors weren't able to give it to me. So after about 4 or 5 months of this, I was starting to get really depressed because it was my senior year, and I couldn't go to senior activities. I barely went to prom. I kind of forced myself to, but I didn't have any fun because I couldn't dance or anything. I missed out on hanging out with my friends before they went off to college, and you know, I was just really upset, and I started thinking about if I could go over, like, have a do-over, I would totally change my personality. I mean, I would want to take risks, I'd want to be spontaneous, and if I had the second chance to do that, I definitely would. And then I had the doctors decided to put me on a dose of steroids, which helped, and it kind of started my healing process. And I mean, it was kind of amazing. Within 1 day, I was able to walk again. So the steroids really helped, and I gradually started feeling better, and the pain went away. And I made the conscious decision to not let life pass me by anymore. And ever since then, I mean, I feel like I'm a completely different person, and I don't let myself, you know, not take chances. I do whatever I want to do. And I'm really grateful for this experience because I don't know what I would be doing now without it. I still don't know what happened, so I sometimes wake up and I wonder, is it going to come back, or am I going to have a sore throat again? Because I think that's what it started with. So, you know, not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow is really something that I started to live my life by. And I'm really grateful for this experience, so thank you.